Hey, this is Judgment Waits back with some more Black Ops 2 Hardcore Team Deathmatch for you. I'm not going to be showing you this match, I just wanted to show you the end. During the game, something weird happened. We were playing, and I noticed that every time I'd kill these two people, they'd say the N-word or they'd spout something really racist. Now, I'm not going to talk about racism or anything like that. I've done that on a previous video, so I'm not going to go back to that, but I wanted to go back to how I respond because as I told you in that other video, I struggle with how to respond to people doing that. So these guys were just non-stop saying the N-word, going off and everything like that. And check out their player cards. I definitely believe that a response to this we should be reporting people, especially if they have player cards or especially if they're saying stuff. So I'm going to report both of these guys for offensive emblems and offensive language. We don't really need this over Xbox Live, so why not report them? If enough people do that, things do happen to these people. So I want to encourage you, when you guys run up against these guys, go ahead and report them. The other thing that I like to do now is just mute them. I will engage them in some dialogue and be like, hey, why are you being so racist and everything like that. When I did that with these people, they just, called me the N-word, said all this other stuff. So I just went ahead and muted them. I'll usually keep them muted while we're in the lobby. And then as soon as we start going into the game, I will unmute them because a lot of times you can learn things from people and what they say when you take them out. Like if you kill them, they might say, oh, watch out, he's right behind you. And then you know that there's somebody in front of you. So that's why I leave them unmuted. Unfortunately, you have to listen to stuff like this.
I'm telling.
Grow up.
I'm telling. I'm telling on you. You send it.
Now, as you can tell, I did mute some stuff because I didn't want you to hear certain words because I know there are a lot of kids that watch my show, so I'm not going to put those words in there. But they were responding to us saying that we were going to report them and everything like that, so that's what he was talking about there. So that's my game plan now. Unfortunately, you just can't reason with certain people. They're not ready to talk, and be reasonable and everything like that, and they just want to be childish or whatever. So sometimes you just have to report them, move on, mute them, and just leave it at that. I will say this. I did go back after this game was over, and I actually sent them a message saying, hey, why are you guys so racist? What's behind this and everything like that. I wasn't mean. I wasn't being a jerk or anything like that. I just sent them that because, I'd really like to start engaging them in some kind of decent conversation. So I want to encourage you guys, be respectful at all times. It is not a you against them thing, so don't go there. Nothing ever good comes from that. It always ends up resulting in, well, your mom is this or some kind of other name calling that doesn't accomplish anything. So I want to encourage you guys just to be respectful. Somebody over Xbox Live sent me a message, hey, what would you do if you ran into a satanic worshiper? Well, honestly, I'd try to reach out with them and respect them and just show them the love of Jesus Christ. I consider myself an ambassador for him. Sometimes I do a pretty crappy job of that. Sometimes I get drawn up and stuff, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to give somebody a reason not to follow Jesus Christ or not to search him out. And speaking of my two friends, there they are now. I think most of my early kills were against those two guys. I think one ends up leaving during the game and the other one ends up dashboarding. But enough about that. I kind of want to talk about this map a little bit and how I like to play it. You see me right there. I missed that guy, so I'm going to get out of there. A lot of times people will throw grenades up, shoot rockets up over there, and you do not want to be out on that balcony. Otherwise, they're aimed down sight, just waiting for you to pop up. So I give it a little bit of time, and then I'll go back. But I like to patrol this area. I don't know how that guy missed me right there, but I will definitely take that. The other thing I'd recommend for running with this map is Scavenger and Betties. You'll see me shoot some people down here. I'll pick up that goodie bag, and then I'll throw another Betty down, and a lot of times I'll get an easy kill that way.
Thing on your own, you fucking slave.
In fact, that voice you just heard was one of those racist guys running into one of my Bettys, and of course he had something to say. I did bleep out the F word so you didn't hear that. But that's what I like to do on this map. You see, I want to get right next to their spawn. I don't want to push into their spawn because if I push into that back spawn, it's just going to flip it to the other side. So instead, now I stay in this building and I just run upstairs and downstairs looking for kills. Now the spawn has flipped, so now I need to either go to the other side or wait for the spawn to flip again back to this side and then take them out when they start doing that. I've got a nice video though on rushing routes for this map, so I definitely recommend checking that out. I also wanted to take this opportunity to remind you about a video I did a while back. I think it was last week, and in the title it said "End It Movement." You know, that is a movement that is going on right now trying to end slavery. If you watch that video, you know that I said that there are 27 million people trapped in slavery today, and there's one of those guys backing out. But that just blows my mind that we still are dealing with this, and I don't want to let this issue die. You know, it's great that we put up a video and we tell other people about it and share it. Man, I had some awesome responses. A lot of people left me some great comments. I know people like Cole Daniel and Pat's Fan. We're going to bring it to their youth group. Pat's Fan's church is building an orphanage. I think they're expanding their orphanage in India, which is going to help stop things like this from happening. I know the Jesus Freak was putting comments and links in his videos. I know people like Xlate went to the website enditmovement.com and actually signed up and pledged, you know, to be a part of this movement. So, you know, I was really encouraged to see a lot of stuff, but I don't want to let it drop. I don't want to let it end. You know, I don't want this to just be something that we think about once and we're like, oh man, you know, this is crazy, this is horrible, you know, I'll sign a pledge. But, you know, let's continue. Let's do something. Let's keep going after this. This is crazy that this is happening in our day and age. We have to stand up. We have to fight. So I want to really encourage you, if you didn't go to that website, go to it, enditmovement.com. I want to encourage you to give some money. You know, sacrifice something. Sacrifice your next video game and give it to this cause. Sacrifice something else and do it. If you don't have the money, man, just get the word out about it. You know, tweet it, Facebook it. Put something on your Facebook right now about it. Go to the website, copy the link, and then just paste that in your Facebook, or go tweet that, or do something like that. We've got to get the word out about this. I know I started a lot of conversations with my friends, with my coworkers. You know, I just said, hey, do you know that there's 27 million slaves in the world today, more than there's ever been in the history of mankind? You know, and that just gets us starting. And then you can give them the website. You know, go to enditmovement.com and check it out. The cool thing, like I said, about this website, it is a coalition of a bunch of different charities. So you can find something that focuses on the U.S. You can find something that focuses on Europe or Africa, or there's a group on there that goes after and tries to prosecute these people. Guys, we've got to do something. You know, don't just do nothing. Please take a stand. Be a blessing to these people that are trapped in a nightmare. But that's all I'm going to say. As always, guys, take care and God bless.